Welcome back everyone to another It is time to make a author time on the Zeepkist video. Today, level 04. Oh, it's this one. This one is fun. I think people have been asking for this for so long. It's magnet track. But, yeah, obviously it's not magnet track. It is logic. With the force giver. And with the special logic piece that detects which surface a player is on, you can very properly make what magnet track would be without there being an official magnet track feature. So that's what I did. I wanted to showcase, look guys, we have magic track. All you need to do is, you know, make it yourself. But it's here, it's possible, it's doable. And beyond that, it's just a very simple ribbon track. And there we go, we set a time. So really this whole thing is just going to be, okay, let's lock the heck in, because it's a ribbon and there's magnets everywhere. And it's difficult. I wish there was more theming so I could say more about whatever. Because otherwise it's just going to be like a very quiet video for a bit. Maybe I could stop coughing and maybe... Oh, I could give more life advice. Oh, that was quick. Oh, it was quick. Yeah, because the decor for this level, really, it was just... I made a ribbon track. How am I going to decorate it? That was so slow, lol. And I figured, why not just 3 huge... of those solar time clocks. They had a name? They have a name, but I forgot the name for those things. You know, you see them in like big gardens and it's just like, well, you can see them just huge. But they're like these rings and there's an arrow through it, and I think in Dutch we call it like a solar clock or something, I'm not sure. That was a little bit faster, but not that much. Maybe you could look at the cool Zeepkist I'm driving. You could look at the cool hair I'm wearing. Or maybe the cool glasses. Yeah, I'm so lit. Oops. Oh, that's funny. You go right into the thingy. Yeah, so I've decided to wear a bunch of the new cosmetics for this level. I hope you like them. I added 49 new cosmetics for this update, which is not a lot considering the last update was like well over a year ago. But it's just like, it's 4 medals per level, and then I doubled that as an amount of gifts per level. So roughly 4 gifts per new adventure level. That leaves you with 48. Plus 49, and I'm not sure what that means. That's very mysterious and strange. You'll have to figure that out by yourself. But yeah, little preview of some of the new cosmetics. I think it looks very cool. I feel like it's easy to lose speed on that little corkscrew thing, but I'm not sure how or why. Look at me setting fast times. Oh, we're 1 whole second up. That's good. 53.7. Ooh, that's very good. Yeah, I'm not sure how good this level really is, because it's more of just a showcase piece. And I tried doing like the cool ribbon tracks that all the cool track builders do, but I'm like, I'm not sure. Could have been better, I think. I think that's the part of being a creator, right? You're always going to be self-critical. There's always something that's like, oh, this could have been better, this could have been better. I wonder if this is quicker. Kind of? Strangely? Yeah, but like, nothing. That's funny. It's just the concept of a magnet track is so funny. And cool and interesting. I think Trackmania has it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they do in like the tropical one. What's that called? Turbo? I think Turbo. I think I'm not actually sure. I think I haven't played Trackmania in so long. I think the last time was like years ago when the new one came out. Oh, I lost so much speed there on that little and even then only for a little bit. I think the Trackmania inspirations for this game are undoubtable, but I also think there's so much more that inspired it. Like there's also a lot of inspiration from like Roller Coaster Tycoon, for instance. The grid and stuff. And if you think about it, what a Zeepkist track really is just like a very cool roller coaster that you have to drive on. What else was big inspirations? Well, anything colorful, really. That's what I miss in a lot of racing games these days. Like, it's also... I feel like there's two flavors of racing game. You've got, like, the super serious sim games, which kind of suck. No, they don't suck. They're very fun, but it's very hardcore. You can't just like casually walk in and have fun. And I include Forza in this. Forza Horizon. Like, yeah, it's like the physics don't make any sense at all, but still it's like this, we are realism town. Welcome to realism. And then on the other hand, you've got like this super weird arcade stuff where it's so far removed from anything physical that you just start puking. Oh, we're going through a corner. Are we? No, we're just on rails the whole time. Also, what's the art style? I don't know. I think the most egregious one there was what's that recent Need for Speed? Was it Unbound? I think I'm thinking of, where what was actually the worst of both worlds. Like, they tried going for this hyper-realistic underground feel, which is really cool. I love Need for Speed Underground. But then they added, like, anime visual effects on top, and I was like, what? Who is making this decision? Nobody wants this. And then the physics themselves were just, welcome to Train City. Oh, you want to drift? Press one button. And I'm like, yeah. Whatever happened to the physics from the early 2000s? Like, I played so much Flat Out. I played so much Need for Speed Underground 2. Even Pro Street, like, it started becoming a little bit of on-rails racing, but it still felt a whole lot more natural than so many of these modern car games. And then you get to Trackmania, where it's like, I don't even know what the physics are based off of. And there's so many bugs in the physics as well. I really, really wonder. Well, I think with Trackmania, and well, I think right now I'm having a podcast with myself. I think with Trackmania, what they did was like 20, 30 years ago, they made like one game with some weird car physics, because it didn't really matter all that much. And because it was all like kind of weird and janky, the next time they tried to build another racing game, like a sequel, they had to inherit the weird and janky car physics, and I feel like that's sort of just like got carried over and grandfathered into every other Trackmania, where it's just like, oh yeah, we have some weird handling code that if we throw it away, no one's gonna recognize it as Trackmania. Let's just copy it and add some new stuff, or slightly tweak it. But I think at the base, it's just 30-year-old code that just happened to be fundamentally weird. Which, you know, there's also a lot of that code in Zeepkist, of course. It's not like, ooh, they're so dumb. No, it's more like, I'm very curious actually how we got there. I think for a long time, or maybe even still, I used to watch a bunch of Trackmania videos, but there was this bug where you could like go on ice and wiggle, and somehow it will give you speed, and the whole time I'm sitting there like, how does this even work from like a programming perspective? What magic values are you pumping into your car to even get to this place? And then, very funnily, Zeepkist also showed up with a weird ice bug. That was code which was actually grandfathered in from a previous version of Blacktop. Because wheels in Zeepkist, they have like a bunch of forces, like the lateral force, the forwards force. And in Blacktop, you had a drive force, which obviously disappeared once I made Zeepkist. But for some reason the drive force stayed, and I set it to a very small value instead of 0, and it activates when you brake instead of when you accelerate. I think it's part of the old braking system. But essentially what it does is every time you brake, besides slowing you down, it gives you a little bit of forwards force. Forwards magic force. And normally this, you don't notice this because you're driving, you brake, your wheels slow down, etc. But if you're on 0 grip ice, suddenly the braking itself doesn't do anything anymore. Like your wheels lock, but it multiplies itself by 0 because you're on ice. But the magic forward force still exists. So now every time you brake on ice, apparently you go forwards a little bit. And it's just code that, like, hell, I wrote, what, 10 years ago? 12? Yeah. And just by like, oh, I'm gonna reuse the vehicle code from Blacktop for my new soapbox racing game. Oh, there's a force here. Well, let's forget about it. And then I forgot about it for many, many, many years. And, well, at this point, you can't really take it out, because there's so many like world records on the GTR mod. So you keep it in. Man, I feel like there's improvements to be made in this level, but I'm just not getting them. Oh. I'll take it. Genuinely, I'm gonna take it. I think this is the best I'm gonna get on this level. Also, I'm kind of getting dizzy going upside down the whole time. It's, yeah, like it's a fun showcase, this level, but I think it's probably the worst of the new levels. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I think that's true. You know, it's not awful, but it's just could have been better. Could have been more inspired, more interesting. Yeah, what are we even gonna do as like thumbnail. Yeah, whatever you do is gonna look weird, right? That looks funny. That looks interesting. Oh, it looks very good when it's small. It looks like all of the rings of these clock things are part of the track, which it's not. Oh yeah, so here's the logic behind the whole thing. So you got a what is this? A wheel detector thingy. It checks the material values of what each wheel is sitting on. Then it checks, is any of these values 652, which corresponds to this material. This is 652. So the whole logic circuit is basically checking like, are we on this material? And then these OR gates really just combine the signals so that if any of the wheels touches it, it activates whatever it's going to activate, which is a force giver. And the force giver is just a local downwards force, which gives you super magnet abilities. So you're going to see that because of all of the OR gates, you're still going to magnet even if you're like with one wheel on the track. Yeah, that's a very good demonstration. Thank you. Oh, where are we going? Oh, nowhere apparently. Thanks. Oh, what is happening? Very cool. By Zeepkist, I hope my ramblings were interesting. I think for next time I should at least have a topic. Or no, you know what? No, I don't need a topic. I'm me. I'm just gonna do whatever. Who cares? Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Zeepkist, and I hope you have fun waiting for version 18. Okay, bye-bye.